2. Hello and welcome back to the Lavender Marriage Podcast. This is the second time we're doing this intro now, as unfortunately we just experienced some technical difficulties, so we are just low-key praying this works.
Yeah, my mic might not be working, so if you can't hear me, I hope you enjoy Jack's words.
Yeah, as we were saying, like, we feel like we have kind of low-key lived a whole life since the first episode.
Yeah,
It has been a week. I come to you guys today low-key moody as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. However, I'm here, I've got a smile on my face, and I'm ready to get into it. Loki, we have some stories to share today.
you do have some stories to share.
I think we'll make you wait a wee bit just before we jump right into that. So let's talk about what have we been up to this week. Tell us, Becca, what have you been up to this week?
I got a new bed, so
Which is, guys, we're in it right now.
comfy,
We're in a different setting today.
different setting. We're in my bedroom.
If you're listening, not watching, we've got some green walls going on. It's a very green theme.
Yeah.
Come on. Wonder why.
I wonder why. Yeah, so I've been prepping my room for this new bed, and I've got so much crap, so I had to get rid of a lot of stuff and prepare for this bed arrival. And they done it in 2 minutes. I was at work and my mum phoned me, and she was like, right, that's them. The bed's up. And I was like, what am I paying them for? Like, I paid them to build the bed. But it's because they're professionals. So obviously they're going to build the bed really fast.
No, but literally, what were you paying them for?
You're
For
literally-
building the bed?
For building the bed.
Oh, right.
I had to pay extra, obviously, because
How much more?
I kind of mind, in all honesty. She just said numbers to me, and I was like, I pay it. Take my money.
Fuck.
It means a new bed, take my money.
Yeah, I wish I had that disposable income. Fuck.
I'm smart with my money, though.
No, you are. Like, this girl knows how to save,
Thank you.
and I respect that. I'm looking for my saving in it too, though. Like,
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, we can talk about what I've been up to this week because it's not been my saving error this week. But
Yeah, what you've had a more fun week. I've had like a sensible get my life together week. You've had a live my life like I'm still 18 years old week.
I know, so I can't remember if I was saying this last week, but like, I am not somebody who like goes out. Like, that is not me. I done that when I was 18 for like a few months. I was just like out, and then I was like, this isn't for me. Like, it's not that I'm not a hermit. Like, I feel like I'm actually quite a social butterfly. Like, I will chat to everybody and anybody, hence the podcast.
Absolutely.
But like, I'm not much of a drinker.
Can't relate.
But like, going out, like, see if I drink at like 9, like, I'm such a lightweight, and also I drink so fast, so it's like I just crash by like 1.
Yeah.
But that's not been me this week. So I was off on Monday, worked Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I was like, do you know what, like, I'm going out tonight. I was meant to be playing tennis with my other friend Becca, who, by the way, she said she wants to come on this podcast. I was like,
yes,
because she's like,
absolutely.
she's done like so much like musical theatre and everything, and like low-key, like, she probably has some very interesting stories that I would actually sit and listen to her talk for fucking ages. She's so funny. Yeah, I was meant to be playing tennis with my friend Becca, different Becca, and then she texted me that morning. It was like pissing down with rain. She's like, why don't we just go to like Spoons and get like dinner? And I was like, no, because like neither of us have like bank to be sitting on going out fucking real dinner. So she was like, we'll just go to like Spoons. And then I was like, oh man, like, I really wish we could just drink. And she was like, you can. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can. So anyway, then we invited my other friend Harry, and then I like manipulated Harry, like, okay, yeah, bad of me, I manipulated Harry into coming out. So me and Harry got like absolutely gassed at Spoons, and then went out after. But I actually have a story to share, and like, this is like, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. I was low-key a victim of homophobia when I was out.
What?
No, like, not even joking, right? So me and Harry went out, but it was so dead. Like, obviously it was a Wednesday night. Like, we knew it was going to be kind of dead. Anyway, so me and Harry just like went on the stage. We were like, do you know what? If there's no vibe here, that we will create it. So we're like dancing, and like Harry kept going up to the DJ with his phone up, like saying like play Nicki Minaj and stuff, right? Like just like totally ripping it. And we're on that stage, and we're like absolutely fucked, like so gassed already. And then like obviously we just kind of set the vibe, and more people started coming on the stage, right? So me and Harry are just dancing, and then there's like this guy and this girl behind us, and like the girl is like holding on to the guy, and the guy is like flopping a bit everywhere, right? So we were like what's going on? Anyway, then I can like feel this guy just like getting really, really close to me, and I was like, literally, what is happening, right? But anyway, like I digress, like just like whatever. And then we were with these other random girls that we met who were absolutely lovely. And like one of the girls kept saying to me, like, are you okay? Are you okay? I was like, yeah, like why wouldn't I be? Because at this point I didn't really realise what was happening because I was so drunk. Anyway, then I realised this guy is coming up to me and like trying to kick me. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, listen, right, like there's no proof to say this was homophobia, but like realistically, why else is he going to be kicking me and not some other random man in the club?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I was just like, what the hell? So anyway, this girl that is with this guy ends up coming up to us, like she's just ditched this guy, and she's like trying to dance with us, and I was like, listen, like you need to get that guy out of here, like he is absolutely fucked. And she was like, I said to her, I was like, is that your boyfriend? She was like, no, it's my cousin. And I was like, get him out of here. Like, what is wrong?
Why was she over him?
No, so like, I'm not trying to spread any rumors. That's my cousin. Like,
okay.
I
don't think that was my cousin.
No, me certainly not either. Anyway, then he comes back, right? She told me she was getting him out of there. She did not. So I, by the way, like she was trying to dance with us. I just iced her out. I was like, "You're not dancing with us. Like your cousin's literally homophobic, and you're like still dancing about with him. Like do something about it, or get the fuck away from me." Anyway, then so sorry, I'm just actually trying to recall the events of that night because again, I was very, very drunk. It was. Anyway, so then, right, I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like I've not experienced like homophobia, like pure bad. Like I've been called names and whatever, but like nobody's like tried to beat the fuck out of me for like being gay or anything like that. I've had it pretty easy. Do you know what I mean? So especially with this as well, I just moved on with my life and I was pretty drunk as well, so it didn't take much to forget that happened.
Yeah.
However, this guy comes back and starts trying to kick Harry, and that is where I draw the line because it's like for me, like I've experienced homophobia, like in the sense that like somebody's called me a name and like whatever, like it's never really hurt. Like, do you know what I mean? I grew up fat and ginger, like you can't really hurt my feelings, right? So no, but for real. But the second like you try doing something to my pal, okay, that is it. So he tried like kicking Harry, and I think he actually did kick Harry, right? So obviously all those girls went up to Harry and they were like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" His cousin like grabs him and like drags him back, and I turn around and I go right up to like the security guard, and I was like, "You need to get him out." I started making up, but I don't know, maybe it's not a lie, but I was like, "He's on drugs, like he's on so much drugs right now." Like I was like, just
get him away.
Yeah, get him away. Security guard's like, "Right, that's fine. I'll get him away. He's already been cut off from the bar." 20 minutes later, tell me why he's just like still sitting there. Because like that security guard did not get him out of there. So, but I also said to the security guard that he was trying to kick us, like, let me not like sit here and be like, "Oh, I just said that he was on drugs." Like I said, he was like trying to kick us, and I also said that I thought it was a homophobic attack. And also, I was really drunk, so you know I was making it worse than it was. And then I noticed he was still sitting there, and to be honest, like his existence was just annoying at that point. So then I went up to the bar and like I was like, he has been so homophobic, like, and I like did everything in my power. And then, but the girl that was at the bar that I spoke to, I'm pretty sure she was gay, so she was taking this really serious. She called a different security guard over. The security guard was like talking to me, and I started pointing the guy out, and the guy's like looking at me, like this homophobic guy's like looking at me, and I'm like pointing at him, talking to the security guard, and everything. 5 minutes later, that was the last I saw of him. So that's who my wedding night went. Then I went out the next night.
You're wild.
Yeah, I went out to Polo, but see, to be fair, but I was absolutely pissed. Like I was like pissed, but I was on my best behaviour. Like,
what do you think about Polo though? Because I think it's like, I don't know if it's just because I've got older, but the past like 2 times I've been to polo, it's not been the same.
I don't know, because I've only been to polo twice because I never get let in.
That's a gay man, you've only been to polo twice.
They don't let me in. The polo bouncers are fucking, like, let me not
No,
say
to
too
be
much because
fair-
they'll probably have my name
To
and my
be fair-
fucking face put right up on the wall saying do not enter or something, because I know what they're like. But like, literally every single time they're like, you're too drunk. I'm literally not though. They're like, how many drinks have you had? And like,
I've never been refused.
you've never been refused.
Never been refused. The trick is though, go to Del Mon's.
So that's where I went before that time and he let
Yeah.
in. So
You go there and then they see you coming from there. Not last time, but last time I went to polo, like way back when or whatever, the bouncer literally said, "I don't need your ID because you like knew me." I was like,
oh my god, what?
Oh my
No,
god,
the guy-
spent too much time on polo.
The guy's great. So I tried to quit polo like maybe like a month or two ago, and he asked me for 2 forms of ID.
Mhm.
I had 2 forms of ID at that point because I had my driving license and I had my young Scot card. But my cousins didn't.
They love looking at your settings.
Well,
Yeah.
so it was like, I need 2 forms of ID now. They didn't have it, so we were like, do you know what, we'll just leave it. Then we went back and we were like, can we show you anything like this on our phone or anything? The guy was like, no.
Yeah, well, no, because when we went, it was Halloween, and my pals from Belfast were over, and we went to polo, and one of them couldn't get in because I don't actually know what, like, she had a name change, so I think it was like her mum or her dad or something. Don't know, she had a different name to what was on her settings. So, but she had 2 forms of ID.
Yeah.
But because the settings said a different last name, they were like, "Nah, you're not getting in."
That is so nice.
Me and Zach were already in, and then they phoned us and they were like, "We're not getting in," and we were like, "We've just paid to get in."
Literally.
Oh, I was so annoyed.
Well, so we done like some sort of like guest list thing, but it didn't even matter because we didn't even really need to like do anything with that. So we came out to Monica's and then we went up to the bouncer and it was the same guy who refused entry last time. So I was like gearing up. I was fuck. And also by this point I'd already been to Delmonico's toilets sniffing poppers. So so I was like low key fucked, right? But whatever. And we made best friends with the security guard at Delmonico's, so like, because we went out to vaping and we came back in and we were like, where is the toilet in this place? He's like, I'll just take these. And then I was like, oh my god, we're literally getting escorted by security. Like, this is so annoying, right? And no, literally. So anyway, we went to the toilet.
There's like these mad stairs in it. It's like,
yeah. But like, there's no signs of anything until you're like going about to go down the stairs. So I was like, how the fuck's anybody supposed to know that?
Yeah, I remember we went up the stairs, like, I think it was the first time we went. And we were like, where are these toilets?
Yeah.
And this drag queen took us. I was like,
literally, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
But then
Del Mon's is good though. What a night out. I love Del Mon's.
It was low-key shite on first day, I'm not going to lie. But that's because they were doing a quiz night. Yeah. And that's another thing I'll say about polo as well. Like, obviously, we went on a Thursday, so it was kind of dead. But what I will say as well is that like, I'll kind of get like a wee bit anxiety like when a club is so packed, especially because I don't really like drinking that much. Like, let me not pretend I'm not having the time of my life when I'm drunk, but like, I don't know.
They don't open it all up as well if it's not busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They only open like the bank bit.
Yeah, because apparently there's like an R&B room. Is that the truth?
There's like
I've never been in this R&B room.
There's
all 3 times I've been there. I've
so
never even heard of it.
I didn't say it's an R&B room. I don't know. No one's really drunk, but there is another room, and because upstairs I would call that like the bank. It looks like a bank. You walk in and there's like all the chairs and stuff, and there's the bar.
Oh, is that what's that called? Like the reading room or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like they were playing like total like jazz or something like that, like just like total music.
If you go early enough and you get in the reading room, like you don't even pay entry. Like you're
I didn't pay entry.
Yeah.
But
then there's another room, so like by the toilets, there's it'll be like they put like a cage, like a thing over it, so you can't get through.
Yeah, I do actually remember that. Yeah.
So that's another room.
Oh, I didn't realise.
It's got another bar, more distance.
I don't know. Me and Rachel said we were going to go to polo on the Wednesday, to be fair, because
I want it. Well, you need to bring me.
Okay. Well, I'll need to book this first off then.
Perfect. I love polo on a Wednesday.
Okay.
So let's night to go Lollipop Wednesdays.
Is that what it's called? Oh. Anyway, so then the bouncer who is low-key my enemy, he was like, hey guys, are we alright? But like at this point, I'm like opening my wallet, getting my ID out, right? And to be honest, I thought it was just like a passing comment. So like my cousins were like, yeah, because I went with my cousins because we're like pretty close, and we're like cousins. What is it? Cousins by chance, best friends by choice. That's what it's like.
That's so cute.
No, literally. So then he was like, "Are you okay?" And my cousins were like, "Yeah." Blah blah blah. And then he's looking at me. He's like, "Are you okay?" First of all, lose that attitude. Second of all, yes, I'm perfectly fucking fine, but not after that. So I was like, yeah. And he was like, can I get 2 forms of ID, please? Wait, I don't have my Young Scot card at the moment. So I was like, oh, I've not got 2 forms of photographic ID. He was like, just show me your Apple ID.
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck are you going to accept my Apple ID this time, but you weren't going to accept it last time?
Yeah.
But it's probably because we went away and came back, you maybe thought that like I was changing. Fuck off, like who?
He doesn't like big groups as well. I'd say he, but like they as a
collective,
they don't like big groups.
Yeah, that's what me and Rachel were saying today. Like, see, if you go in a group that's like over 3, you're not getting it.
Oh, absolutely.
100% no. But it generally is like, see, if they just don't look like the look of you, they just won't let you in.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking annoying. Like,
yeah.
But that guy came up to me. He was like trying to flirt with me. I was at the bar, and we were just taking rounds. Like, so one of us go out and buy 3 drinks, the other blah blah blah. Right? So I went up, and I was just like waiting there. And by this point, I am like fucked, like so drunk, right? Because obviously I was just taking these poppers all night, and like neither of my cousins like did this shit, so it was just me. But to be fair, my cousin Ellie, she was way more drunk than I was, and we drank the same amount, so that is a testament to her tolerance and not mine. But anyway, I was up at the bar and I was like, fuck. And this guy who, like, and when I say guy, I mean man. Like, he must have been like late 20s, maybe even early 30s, and he had a leather jacket on. So obviously, guys, you know I was trying to stay the fuck away from him. And he was like, how are you tonight? And I was like, I'm good. I'm going to the casino after this. I did not make it to the casino. He was like, oh, all right. What are you drinking? At this point, like I started drinking like lemonade and lime vodka or something of the sort anyway. It's just because that's what Ellie was drinking, so it was just easier to say that. He's like, all right, well, let me buy your next drink. I was like, well, I'm buying drinks for my cousins, so can you buy them or not? He was like, no. I was like, okay, see you later. Then just turned around. I was like, fuck off, like. For talking to me, but like it's like a grown man as well. Like that is unacceptable. That I'm clearly like see, to be honest, guys, I could probably pass for 18 if I wanted to. So it's just like I don't know. I don't know about that. Like that is weird. But anyway, overall, it was a good night, and I got a Taco Bell at the end of the night. But my cousin Ellie, she was like, "Fuck,
yeah,
like I'll away with it," and she was like, why did you start a podcast without me? I can't believe you started a podcast without me. I was like, the podcast is literally about being gay, and she was like, oh, that's why then. I was like, yeah.
That's what I mean, like, everyone be like, oh, what are you going to speak about? But that's the beauty of having your own podcast. You can talk about whatever you want.
But I'm going to talk about me.
We don't have, exactly, we are the main characters, so we're obviously going to make everything about us.
Literally.
At the same time, we're going to give advice, we're going to talk about experiences we've had. Like, it's just going to be a bit of everything.
Literally.
We're not going to, like, nail ourselves down to one theme.
There is something that I do want to speak about. There's something I do want to speak about, but this isn't what like the main thing we're going to speak about. This is something that I actually want you to kind of like educate me on a wee bit.
Okay.
This Fletcher drama. I need you to film me in, and I feel like, see, to be honest, like you could film me in private, but I feel like this is the perfect.
No, I'll fill you in on this. I'm not.
Snake grams a bottle of water.
Because you grab mine.
What is it?
It's my electrolytes. I had a little bit to drink last night.
Oh, she's feeling fragile.
Feeling a little bit fragile. You're still a sore hand. Thank you. So this is electrolytes. If you don't take electrolytes, you get to know.
I don't. What is the Fletcher drama, please? That's like
the Fletcher drama. So, gal, she disappeared. For, I would say, a year, maybe. Like, genuinely, not heard from her. And then it's obviously Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy Pride Month, everyone. And it's Pride Month, and she comes back. And the first post on Instagram is about how, like, happy she is to be queer, and she's saying Happy Pride Month. and then she signs it off Carrie, right? Which is her name. Her name is Carrie Fletcher.
Mhm.
But she's never signed off things as Carrie before. Like, she's always been Fletcher.
Yeah, so I hear that this is a key point.
So I thought that was kind of weird. And then more posts came out, and it was like her teasing this new song, and I was like, oh my god, she's back. She's gonna bring us some music. Like, how she fell in love again.
Perfect in time for Pride Month.
Yeah. She fell in love, right? With a man, with a male, right? And we don't.
Why would she do that? Honestly, is the question.
Like, what? See, especially, right? So this is the thing. The issue is not the fact that she's in love, right, with a man. Fine.
Okay.
Go for it. Like, that's absolutely, you love who you love. That's not the issue.
Yeah, like in the same way that you would like support her being in love with a woman, you would support her being in love with a man.
Exactly. Like, I love her as an artist. I'm not gonna be like, no, you're like, I wouldn't. You can't tell anyone who to love. Like, that is literally being homophobic, but to straight people. Straightphobic. Like, heterophobic. Like,
I'm not sure that does exist, but you know.
Exactly. But like, that's what that would be like. The issue is, she has decided to announce this and like bring out a new song called Boy during Pride Month and make like all this new merch and stuff. Like, she's erased everything on her Instagram that was Fletcher. Like, everything about her being gay is gone. Like, there's still her songs, of course, but she's just like gone, and now she's signing everything off as Carrie, and it's like a whole different person. And she's brought out new merch with Boy all over it, and she's talking about like in interviews how like happy she is that she's found love like with a man, and how it's like took her being like queer to realize that she's like, oh, it's just crazy. And the reason that people are not, I wouldn't say not supporting it, but the reason people are having issues with the way she's gone about it is because of what's going on in America. Is because the LGBT are like
suffering
under a presidency where them being themselves isn't okay, right?
Actually.
And the UK follows quickly with whatever the America like.
Don't we fucking know it.
You know what I mean? So it's like issues happening.
By the way, let me just put this out here. So if you vote Reform, like literally just fuck off.
Why?
No, but for real though, like Reform voters and Tories click off and just honestly die. Sorry. I actually don't have any time for these. Anyway, please.
So real.
Just want to put that out there. It's not a safe space for you guys.
Everyone's welcome here, but Tories.
And Reform voters.
And
especially the Reform voters.
Yeah. Oh, stop. That is the issue. And it's the same with Jojo Siwa. She, like, never
she's hearing this eye, she's going by Joelle.
She goes by Joelle. And it's like,
that one threw me for a loop. I can't lie.
It's like, guys, what? Like, where are you finding these men that you all of a sudden are in love with?
See, to play devil's advocate though, right? Well, no, let me say first. The thing about Fletcher is like, see, everybody that I know that listens to Fletcher, they're lesbians. So the thing is like, see, when you build your brand on being queer and you have all of these lesbians looking up to you and you're their idol, for me, maybe like outrage isn't the right word, but definitely shock comes to mind. Shock, definitely. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. But to play devil's advocate, my thing is like, I was saying this to Rachel last night, like, I don't believe anybody can really be, like, except maybe like James Charles, but like, could be like 100% gay or like 100% straight, right?
Yeah.
Like, because me and my cousins were talking about this at Polo, like, they were saying like, who's your celebrity crush? And I was like, Megan Thee Stallion. And like, I think we were a bit surprised it wasn't a man, but it's like, but it's Megan Thee Stallion. That if Megan Thee Stallion came over here, so I want to be, I'm like, bitch, I love you too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like, that is it, where happily ever after. But I don't know. So for me, it's like, also I will marry a man, but like, there's like maybe like a 0.1% chance that I won't.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, I almost feel bad because it's like, she's getting all this hate, but it's like, what if that genuinely was just her like 0.1% chance? I don't know. Like, I don't know if she's bi or if she's just goes by queer or what. But like, I don't know. I just feel like, imagine like finding love, and for sure it's not who you expected it to be, but like, it is somebody.
And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of guts to
Go against like
to
Taylor
go
Grant.
against that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why the album's literally called "Would You Still Love Me If You Really Knew Me," right? But saying like if you really knew me, it's like what's you're not into girls? Like, she's not. It's just the way she went about it that's the issue. For me anyway. Like, I love Fletcher, still support her.
Yeah.
But I don't want to listen to a song called "Boy." I don't like.
Yeah, because it's like all of her fan base are
What?
queer women, lesbian women. So it's like nobody can relate to this.
And I listen to it, and it's like,
because is there not a line that's like what will they all think or something like
yeah,
that?
and I know it's not what you wanted to hear, like, but I fell in love with a boy, like, and it wasn't on my bingo card, and just all this, and I'm like, so I listened to it, and I'm like, well, I'm not in love with a boy, so maybe I should be.
Maybe you should be.
Maybe I need to get a boyfriend.
I think maybe you don't.
Absolutely not.
I think just.
But like,
don't even open that kind of worms.
Oh, honestly, Jojo, like when Jojo done it, I was like, what's going on? Like that already was like.
Nah, I think that could honestly be a PR stunt. Because I was saying this like, why else would Jojo Siwa go in Big Brother UK unless there was something set up?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, she would maybe even go on Big Brother, like the US one, but like, why would you go on Big Brother UK unless there was somebody else that's there that was willing to get into some sort of PR relationship?
Yeah, because they've both gained so much from it.
Absolutely, like every single person knows who, like, what's his name, Chris Hughes.
Chris Hughes.
Everyone knows who Chris Hughes is now. But it's like, see, before that, I would have looked at him and been like, that's Jason Nelson's ex-boyfriend. Yeah.
That's the guy on Love Island. Like, that's.
I mean, I never watched Love Island.
All I knew was.
Yeah.
Was Chris from Love Island. Way back when, that was in like 2016? Something like that, 17. So, you know, he's been pretty irrelevant since then. But I'm just not here for it, and it's showing Americans that gay women and gay men can't change their mind. Like, it's not helping their case.
Yeah, and like,
it's not helping.
Let's be clear as well, like, for sure they can. Like, yeah, if you, like, you can, but at the same time, it's like the majority don't.
No.
Like,
no.
So it's a tough case, I think. I can see definitely both perspectives. I can see why people are kind of like upset and shocked, but I can also see why it's like at the end of the day she fell in love with a man. Like, there's not really anything she can do about it.
I just can't imagine it. I can't believe it, and I'm deeply shocked at that. Just because, like, literally just because it does feel like a little bit of a slap in the face. But I think she knows that as well, because she also posted on Instagram and was like, thank you for opening your hearts out, or at least saying what's on it.
Yeah.
So she clearly has, you know, been reading comments and seen both sides. And I do think she's smart enough to know how some people would have took that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But she's gonna, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Well, I feel like this kind of segues into like our main thing pretty well, because it's like, so when you were younger, when did you realise that you weren't into who perhaps you were supposed to be into? That's what we've come to talk about today, guys. We're going to share our coming out stories, and hopefully we can inspire lots of baby gays to come out and be who you are for Pride Month. Hashtag be proud.
Hashtag be proud. It's mad because when I think back to when I was younger, I definitely was gay. I just didn't know how to like put that to terms. Like, I remember being in primary school and like chasing a girl around the playground or whatever, and looking back on it, I'm like, oh, I definitely like
wanted about her.
At 8 years old. I don't know. Like, I definitely had feelings towards her or whatever. Like, I thought she was pretty, and I always wanted to be like all my pals in primary school were boys, and like when we played mums and dads and stuff, I was always a dad or like the older brother or something like that. And then it was when I was in boarding school.
Sorry, yeah, like, I'm not trying to like fast forward, but how did this come as a shock to your family? You were playing mums and dads and you were the dad.
Yeah, I was a dad.
Fuck.
I know. But that's the thing, like, it didn't really come as it, but it depended. Like, some people were shocked. Other people were like, oh, I knew that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for coming out. Like, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, like, okay, for sure. Anyway, you were at boarding school.
I was at boarding school, and I started getting nervous around one of my best pals. Typical in love with the best friends.
Yeah, we were speaking about that at work. It always, like, I mean, for me, it never was like.
I think for a lot of people that is the case.
Yeah.
But obviously back then I didn't know that. I was just like, what's going on? And I'll get nervous around her, and she would talk to me about boys, and I was like, this like really hurts me. Like, I feel my heart breaking.
Oh.
Like, it was horrible. And I remember looking back. Like, I can look back and remember how I felt, and it's just like, I just want to give myself a hug because it was horrible. And then it went on for so long, and that led to the girl like not wanting to be my friend because she didn't know what was going on. I just started to be like distant. I like wouldn't want to like spend time with her. I was really nervous around her.
No, that's sad. What the hell?
I put it down to social anxiety. Like, I told them all that I had social anxiety. I didn't. I was just like, I just fancied my best friend.
No, literally clip that. That is so funny.
And I said,
I didn't have social anxiety. I was just gay. Yeah, fair.
Like, honestly. And that was that. And then it was such a thing in my friend group to always be speaking to a boy. So like, I was in a pretty popular friend group. Like, all my friends were gorgeous. Like, really.
And you too.
Popular.
Let me put that out there.
But like, they always wanted to go to parties every weekend. Like, they were always speaking to these boys, older boys, mostly. And I just did not feel the same way. I was like, I don't want to speak to any of these boys. And then I kind of forced it a bit, and I started speaking to a boy in my year, and we were speaking, and it was fine. Like, I like the attention, as much does. And then we went on a date. Oh my god. We went on a walk to Tesco, which, that was what you done. When you were dating each other, you go on a walk to Tesco.
Fuck. And they say romance is dead.
And they say romance is dead, right? We went on a walk to Tesco. Tell me why this boy got us lost on the way to Tesco.
How long was the walk?
Not long. And we'd done it like every weekend. So like, we just ended up somewhere neither of us had ever been before, and I was like, where are we? Like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, I know where I am. And I was like, you clearly don't. And then it started like pouring down my brain, and like, I was just having a really bad time, and I was like, no. And like, he kept on like trying to give me his jacket and like just trying to be like the man, and I was like, no, like, get off me. And I remember going back. I like said bye to him, whatever, and I went back into my boarding house, was in my room, and I started watching like coming out videos on YouTube and stuff. And it was actually Fletcher's ex-girlfriend, Shannon Beveridge. She had a video called like, what was it called? It's something to do with a flag. It was like it was a guide, right? And like, it just opened my eyes so much, and then I like burst out crying.
Oh.
I was like soaking wet, and I burst out crying. And then, like, oh, it sounds so cringe, but I literally just looked in the mirror and said that I was gay. And like, the relief that I felt, I was like, oh my, like, that is what it is. I'm gay. And then I remember I think I told a friend over the phone first, because that was easier. And then I told my friends like one by one, and I remember telling the girl that I fancied that I was gay, and she was so proud of me, and she was like, I'm so glad that you've like figured this out, because she knew that I had feelings for her by that point.
Yeah. And especially like, to be clear, like, to do that at boarding school as well, like, couldn't use it.
Yeah, well, there was only like 280 folk in the entire school, so as soon as as soon as I came out as gay, that was the top of the school. Like, I was the only one that was gay at that point, that I knew anyway. And yeah, it was a really big deal. And then I didn't come out to my family until like 3 months later, I think. And that was difficult because I've got such a big family. I was really stressed out about how I was going to come out, because I was like, I can come out to my immediate family, but then how do I come out to the bigger family? Like, I didn't want to come out. I was like, coming out so stupid. Why can't I just bring home a girl? Like, and I still think that should be the case. Like, if I ever have kids, I'm gonna be like, I don't care who you bring home as long as you're safe.
Literally.
As long as they're
I
not
think
uncle.
that is truly like that is what it is going to look like in the
Yeah.
future. I think for now, obviously
hope
coming
so.
out is so pitched right, but like, I guess we're obviously thankful that it's easier to do it now than it was before, but eventually it's going to be so easy that it gets to a point where you probably won't even need to come out.
But you know what? Like, you never stop coming out. Like, when you meet new people, make
Yeah.
it aware that you.
Well, I mean, I just talk.
So do I usually like will say something about like an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, my ex-girlfriend, and then that I like watch the reaction, and if they're like, all right, okay, fine, or if they're like, oh, like what?
Like shock.
Like shock, yeah. Like I remember when I started working there, and I was like, oh, this is a whole new group of people that I now have to tell I like women to.
Yeah.
But it's like, why is it anyone's business? Why is it anyone's business who I am attracted to?
Literally.
I'll never understand it. But anyways, I told my family, and I was so scared to tell them because I'm a Catholic. I came from a religious family, a religious upbringing, and I was really scared because, like, there'd be like two women kissing on the telly or something, and my mum would be like, "Oh my god, look away." And, like, that would just be because they were kissing. That wasn't because they were women. But back then, I was thinking, "Oh my god, they're against like."
And I think it's also like pretty easy to assume that about like religion, like
Oh,
as a whole.
100%. Yeah, 100%. But no, they were very supportive, and I'm glad I did it. I came out when I was 15, 16. I don't know what age I was. I was very young. And even when I'd done it, like my mum was like, "How do you know?" And I didn't tell her that it was because I was in love with my best friend. Like I was too embarrassed, like especially because I was still friends with that girl, and she would still come over to my house. So I was like, I don't know. I'm thinking like anything weird.
Yeah.
And I was just like, God, I just fancy girls. I don't know. And like saying that at 15 years old to your mum, like I'm just attracted to women. Insane. Like
Actually,
that's such an awkward conversation to have. Like, oh, I just find women attractive. I don't find men attractive.
Yeah.
But then I had to tell that guy, obviously, that I didn't fancy him. I was like, sorry, I've actually just realised I'm gay.
Yeah.
And to be fair to him, he was really supportive. He did become a bit of a weirdo later on. You know, just typical years later.
Just a moment.
I can turn you back, like.
Oh.
We're at Spoons.
Like fuck off.
And he kept touching me, and I was like, "Get away from me! Get away!" Like what? But it's because he got teased so much because of it. Like everyone was like, "Oh, you turned Becca gay," which was a shame for him, but.
But it's not anymore. The second you start acting like that, it's like, okay, now I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't feel bad for him. I was like, "Get away from me!" Blocked him and everything. Bye bye.
Have you ever seen Overcompensate?
No.
Oh my god, Becca, have you got Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Watch Overcompensating.
Sorry, something that I've not seen and he's actually seen.
No, literally. Oh my god. No, this TV show is so fucking good and it's so funny.
Okay.
Like, actually, I did not stop belly laughing the full time. It was so good.
Okay, I'll some of this.
No, it's like 8 episodes are all like half an hour long or something.
Oh, perfect.
Literally.
I love shows like that.
But it's so fucking good. Like, truly, give that a watch. Everybody at home, give that a watch. Like, that shit was so funny. It's just like, I can't remember what she said, but something really reminded me of it. Because, like, overcompensating's about this guy. Oh, it was about how you were saying, like, now you had to tell this boy.
Yeah.
So, overcompensating's about this guy who, like, was pretending to be straight all through high school, then he goes to college, and then he realises that he likes guys. But he's like talking to this girl and everything, and then
this actually rings a bell, but I don't think I've seen it.
It only came out like quite recently. To be fair. But yeah, definitely watch that because that shit's so fucking funny.
Well, what about you? What's your bonus? Because I actually don't know it.
See, to be honest, like it's not much of a story, like as much as like yours. I feel like yours is quite a cohesive story, whereas for me, like. I feel like for me, being gay was never like something that didn't exist. Do you know what I mean?
Good.
Like, my mum was always so, like, very much clear about how, like, if I ever, like, did realise that, because she knew. But she was like, if you
I
ever,
think we all knew.
yeah, it was hard not to know. She always said that, like, do you know what I mean? Like, being different, like, just makes you unique and everything. Like, she's always given me that pep talk.
Yeah. I
Like,
love your mum.
like when I was a child, like, she was taking me over to the shops with pajama bottoms on my head, pretending it was hair. Like, she knew. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my earliest moment that I not realized, because for me, like, I didn't even know about being gay. Like, I feel like that's the main thing. It's like, you're always taught, like it's always said, like, that children shouldn't know about it and that, but it's like, I don't know. But my earliest moment of, like, me being gay that I can think of is, like, when I was, like, literally 7. We had a family computer and I was, like, searching up videos of Justin Bieber on concert, like, just in these absolute, like, leather trousers, like, and his little tank tops, and I was, like, glued to the screen.
I love that.
Like, watching, like, the same video over and over again, like, and listen, like, I probably couldn't even tell you, like, that much, like, Justin Bieber songs. But that's, like, my earliest moment of me being, like, just, like, obsessed with a man. And then after that, Teen Beach Movie, seen the Cruising for a Bruising scene. Oh my god, like, that
had you.
That had me in a chokehold, truly. Like, I'm like, oh my god, get Disney Channel on.
To be fair, I forgot about my actual gay awakening.
Yeah, what was your gay awakening?
My gay awakening was Chloe from Kitchen, the ginger one. No, I'm not kidding. I remember going to the cinema to see this with my cousin, and I genuinely was just like, so I watched it and I was like, what is this I'm feeling right now? Like, why am I attracted to that woman? Like, and for a lot of people it was Anna Kendrick. Not for me, it was Britney Snow.
Anna Kendrick wasn't about you.
Anna Kendrick wasn't about me.
She is beautiful though.
She's stunning, absolutely stunning.
I never realised how pretty Anna Kendrick was, and then I watched A Simple Favour. And I was like,
A Simple Favour.
You seen A Simple Favour?
Yeah.
I've seen A Simple Favour. I can't believe this.
Yes.
I've seen both of them.
Oh, I've not seen the second one.
The second one's pretty good. I would quite like the second one as well. However, obviously, like, I don't really know what's happening with Blake Lively, but I hear she has cancer.
Yeah. I think Taylor Swift's not friends with him.
No, she's not. Anyway, yeah, so I feel like those were just, like, moments of me, like, literally, like, acting on it, but just simply not knowing what it was. Do you know what I mean? And obviously I was far too young to, like, feel, like, any sort of, like, sexual thoughts. So it was, like, just, like, be crushes in a sense.
Yeah.
Then I got to high school and I feel like I just kind of shoved those feelings, like, down. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that, like, I don't know, it's just high school, do you know what I mean? And it's just being a teenager, like, and you don't want to be different. Like, you just want to fit in. So it's like, being gay would have made you different.
It's so sad, man. Like, I genuinely wish we could just go and hug our little.
No, actually, like, see, if I could see myself now, I would be like, thank fuck.
Yeah.
And, like, that's something that, like, I can actually, like, sit back comfortably and say is that, like, if I could see myself, like, when I was younger, if I could see myself now, I would be happy.
Yeah, Jim.
Do you know what I mean? And that is such a good thought to have.
Yeah.
So I think maybe, like, second year of high school, or maybe, like, third, like, there wasn't really, like, a person, because I never, well, yeah.
Who was your first boyfriend?
Shout out to the I'm shouting them out on the podcast. We had a secret, I don't know how secret it was, relationship in high school. And we're in
We love a secret relationship.
We love a secret relationship. It's such a canon event. But it was, like, 2 weeks before the lockdown, and then we broke up on, like, the second day of lockdown, and, like, didn't ever speak again. And then, like, when I was going out, well, I say, and we can just speak, when I was going out up for, like, a bit, and then it was, like, maybe, like, 5th or 6th year or something of high school, I was in drama, I think it was 5th, in drama, and then we just, like, started getting really close again, and that.
Really?
Yeah, but then it ended. I think it just fizzled out. I can't really remember, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so it was, like, second or third year. Anyway, I realised, but I don't think I realised that I was like fully gay. Well, when I came out, at first I came out as bi, which I feel like also may also be a kind of event for a man, like if, when you're coming out, because it like, especially if like being straight is kind of all you know, or like it's especially all you want to be.
Yeah.
Like you still want to kind of cling on to that a wee bit. But then at the same time, it's like also difficult to say that, because then I feel like that also sets up that sort of like biphobic standpoint that people who are bi are just folk that are too scared to say that they're gay.
Yeah.
Which isn't true, but for me,
true. People do exist.
Yeah, at that point, to be honest, like I truly believed I was bi.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like I spoke to girls in that, like, and even see when I realised I was gay, like there was a point where I was speaking to a girl as well, and I was like actually liked her.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was kind of saying about like the Fletcher thing, about like there is always like that 0.1% chance, and like I have had that, like knowing that I am gay, but like still having feelings for a girl. But anyway, so first, like I was really going through it at this point. Like I was like in a total depressor, and I remember like I was just like, it was nothing to do with the fact like that I had these feelings. I just was really like going through it, and I told one of my friends first. I told her over the phone, and she was so supportive. And then I wrote my mum a letter, but I didn't write my mum a letter to come out. I wrote my mum a letter to tell her about how I was feeling like so fucking low, and I was like, didn't know what to do. But at the end, like I was like, but also like this isn't why I'm upset. But I do think since I'm writing this, like it's worth saying like I think I'm bisexual. And I just remember like going downstairs, leaving that letter there, walking back upstairs, and then my mum's at the bottom of the stairs and she's going, Jack. And I'm like walking down the stairs like shitting my fucking self. I get to like the middle landing and I turn around and just see my mum looking at me like with pure like doe eyes, and I just burst out crying. She was like, come here and give me a hug. And I was like, oh. So I went down and I hugged her, and she was like, you know that like I accept you for whatever, like, and she was just so supportive. And like see from there, like that's when like I just told all my other pals and that, because it was like at that point I didn't care what anybody else thought, because like I mean, as you know, like I love my mum to bits. Like me and my mum are so close. So it was like once I got out of the way of telling my mum, like I saw my mum tell everybody else, like tell my dad and like tell my stepdad and like tell the rest of my family, because it's like I didn't want to have to go through all that all again.
Which is so fair.
Yeah.
When I came out, it was in front of my mum, dad, and my brother was in the toilet doing a poo. Right, that's how well that went down. He was in the toilet doing a poo, and I came out to them, and then he was like, "What is it? What is it?
Yeah,
what's happening?
What's the tea?"
Literally, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah.
And he came out of the toilet. My mum was like, "Your sister just came out," and I was like,
"That is so brave to do that." Like, because I truly, like, I especially coming into my family, I couldn't say it out loud. Like, I had to write it down because, like, I knew, and if I tried to say it out loud, I would have chickened out.
It's so difficult, and also the fact that, like you're saying, there's the 0.01% chance that you could like go back. And like when you're first coming out, I think that's so daunting. It's like I'm still so young, like
because that is a lot of parents' reactions. Is that it's a phase.
My mum literally said that to me, and she was like, "Oh, I can't remember what it was, but she was going about someone else that went through like a lesbian phase, and she was like, "Oh, you might like this might pass," and I was like, "I'm telling you, it's not gonna pass."
Yeah.
And like, I know that the family members of mine, probably still family members of mine, that think that it is a phase, but it's breaking to you guys.
It's been too many years to call that phase now.
Phase. It's the same with like grandparents and stuff. So like my papa, before he passed, he every time I seen him, he'd always talk about like how like gorgeous I was, and like, oh, you got a boyfriend yet? Like, is our man breaking your heart or like whatever? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But that's like their generation and stuff. Like, if I was to be like, no, I like women, like, what?
It's just automatically they will assume.
They'll just assume men. And yeah. Fine, do that. But it's still so like, so literally the other week, I was on a train home, and there was these two men getting off the same stop I was getting off, and I went to the door, and they were also at the door, and he like put his hand on my hand on the thing, right? And I like moved my hand away, and he was like, "Oh, where have you been?" And like, he looked about in his 40s, maybe.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and they were like in suits and stuff, and he was like, "Where have you been?" Like, "Oh, where are you going?" Like, asking all these questions, and I was like, what, like, why are you speaking to me? So I got out and I just like made it be known that I was like in public. Like, I went to other people walking away, like tried to get away from them, tried to get in a taxi because my mum booked me a taxi because I couldn't get a taxi. They wouldn't let me get a taxi. Weird. But my mum booked me a taxi, and then I was going up to all these taxis saying like, "Oh, is this for Rebecca?" No. I was like, "Oh my god!" Looking back, these two men are
Where's my fucking taxi?
still standing there, like staring at me, like following me to this taxi. So then I got like open another door, and I was like, "Hey, like, is this for Rebecca?" And he was like, "No, but where are you going? I can take you home." I got in. My mum phoned me absolutely raging. She's like, "That taxi's there waiting for you." And I was like, "Well, I'm in another taxi, like."
Cancel it.
I wanted to just get out of that situation
Yeah, of course.
as fast as possible. And I was speaking to my brother about it the next day, and he's like, I forget that, like, you are still, like, a woman. Like, people will still think that you are straight and interested in men. And, like...
And even if they can clock you're a lesbian, they won't care.
Exactly. That kind of shit can still happen, because it's, like, insane. Like, what do you mean I can't go... Like, when I was out for drinks in Glasgow, so many men came up to me and my friend. The friend that I was in love with way back when, the first girl I ever loved, that's how I went for drinks with.
Circle moment.
Full circle moment. We love her. I went for drinks with her, and we were just catching up, like, haven't spoken to her in ages, having a real good catch up. And these men were coming up, like, one came up and just flexed his muscles. And we were like, ew, like, get away from us.
You are a stick.
The other one was like, oh.
Not to body shame.
Yeah.
But like, if you're a cunt, sorry, but like, that's just something I'll say, right? Like,
if they're gonna come up and act,
that's been cancelled, I fear. But like,
it's fine.
I do stand by that. I'm not gonna lie.
Not fair.
It's the same way that, like, see if I was an absolute cunt and somebody called me a I mean, yeah, it would hurt my feelings, but like, yeah, fair. Like,
no. I don't agree with that one.
Well, I guess that's the thing about opinions.
Mixed opinions, sir. But no, it's just like, where do men actually get the audacity to act like that?
I don't know.
Like, you can go out in Glasgow and get the last train home and probably be fine, right?
I mean, my fear would also be men as well, but for a different reason. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, straight men, they can go out at night, like walk their dog or whatever.
No bother.
Like, I can't do that. I can't leave the house when it's dark.
I could. I was saying that, like, I actually could. But
yeah.
I don't think twice about going out by myself at night.
And it's insane. It's like, when it's dark and we have to leave for work in the morning, I run straight to my car, lock the door, instantly, because I don't know what's keeping about it.
But I don't.
But you don't do that. Like, that's not even a thought in your head.
Literally.
And that is insane that that's like the society that we live in. Like, that's insane to me.
Somebody put that over like one of those Hope Court edits. Do you know what? No, well, as promo for this episode, we're going to put that over a Hope Court edit. That's so funny.
It's insane to me. It's so unsafe. And it's like, the other week, someone literally tried to get into my house. Someone tried my...
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, someone tried to get into my house. I was up for work, literally making myself a wee coffee, let my dog out, was making the coffee, he came back in, shut the door, locked the door, making the coffee, quite the thing, and then the door rattles, like the back door rattles, and Harvey goes mental. He is growling, barking, like up, jumping at the door, and I was like, yeah, I didn't imagine that just happened. Someone did just try and get in. So immediately I turn the light off, and I'm just like stood in the dark, and I'm like, what do I do? So I go upstairs, get ready for work, and I'm like looking outside, because I'm like, well, they could literally just be waiting for me now.
Yeah.
How am I meant to know where they are? I'm so scared. I phoned my friend that I was working with, and I was like, you need to stay on the phone with me while I run to my car, because I genuinely have no idea who's out there. Like, that's so scary. And it's like, my sister was saying, she was like, oh, they could have seen you when you let the dog out, not cared the fact that you are a young lassie, and been like, I'm going to go in anyway. What's she going to do?
No, for you.
Little do they know that I took on four Bulgarians in Santa Ponza and won, so.
And also, she goes to the gym.
And I go to the gym. Like, come on.
Okay.
I will fight you.
I think, closing out this episode, listen, they say Lavender Marriage is not an advice podcast. I'm going to prove them wrong. I think to close out this episode, we should speak about like what the ideal way to come out is. Like,
Okay.
give advice for that.
Okay.
I feel like that's not really something I brought up that we should do before. We've not really thought about how to
No,
do
we
it.
haven't.
But like, if you thought like off the top of your head that if somebody younger than you came up to you and was like, "Here, that I'm having these feelings, like, how can I come out to my family and friends? Like, what's advice that we would give?"
That's such a good question.
No, for real, not. Oh,
That is genuinely.
I'm eating this up.
You are.
I think the first thing that you should do. That's actually something I never mentioned. The first thing I did was come out to myself.
Oh yeah.
I wrote in my diary. It's the same way you were saying. I looked in the mirror and said that.
Yeah.
I wrote in my diary about it. I love writing in my diary. I have been doing it so much recently, but it's like it's literally that thing. Those TikToks. It's like when I'm writing in my diary and it's just like most like angry sound. Like that is something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like the first thing you need to do is truly come out to yourself. Like you don't need to, especially if you're younger. I mean, honestly, at any point, no. Like you don't need to know exactly what label it is that you want to put on yourself. But if you know that your feelings aren't straight, like you need to come out to yourself and like tell yourself that that's fine.
Just accept yourself.
Like literally accept yourself first.
That was honestly the hardest part for me, was coming out to myself because of my religion and because of the fact that I was in such a small school and I knew it was going to be such a big deal. And I never liked being the centre of attention.
That's strange. Because,
not anymore.
Like,
although I am the centre of attention.
No, for real. But like, I honestly, on the other hand, for me, like coming into myself was not a hard part. Like, I accepted myself pretty easily. Mm-hmm. Like, because I knew people who were gay. There was like a few other boys at my school who were gay, and like people still liked them. And like, although like there's like a few boys that got bullied for being gay at my school, there's a few boys who didn't.
Yeah.
So I knew that. Do you know what I mean? Like, this isn't the end of the world and whatever. So I feel like I had that pretty luckily. Like, coming out to myself was not the hard part for me. Coming out to other people was. And I feel like...
But this is good because we have, like, two sides of it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like...
I feel like maybe coming out to truly the person you trust the most is step 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whatever it is at that point in your life, I feel like you just have an open, honest conversation with them. And you're probably going to be doing a lot of the talking.
Yeah.
And you're going to do a lot of explaining, and you're probably, it's weird, but you're going to feel a lot of guilt.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Shame.
So much guilt and shame. And, you know, like, we can sit here and be like, don't. But you're going to.
You're going to. But that's part of it. Especially, like, when I came out to my family, my mum, the next day, said to me, she was like, "Oh, I spent the whole of last night crying."
Yeah.
And I was like, why? Like, that just, that made me feel so bad for her. And she was like, it's because you felt like you couldn't come out to me sooner. Yeah. Like, you felt like you've been struggling with all this by yourself. And obviously that's the last thing parents want. Like,
but we were saying this though. Mm-hmm. Low-key, you're just gonna. Like, I know that sounds so shit, but the thing is that the second you realise, I mean, for sure, like, if you feel comfortable and, like, the second you realise, you're like, okay, I'm going to tell everybody. Yeah. Like, do it.
Yeah.
Like...
If you want to post about it, post about it.
Post about it. What you want. Like, there's no shame in if you realise, 2 years down the line, that you're not bi, that you are gay, or vice versa, or whatever, like, you use a different label. Like, if you just know that your feelings aren't what is to be expected, to be expected in quotations, obviously.
Yeah.
Then, like, tell everybody, okay?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But yeah, I feel like the best thing you can do is tell the person that you are closest to. And at that point, like, that was my best friend, and I told her. And that made everything so much easier at that point. Then it was my mum that I told, because she was mum's trusted family member.
Yeah.
And then after that, like, I didn't feel scared to tell people.
I feel like it's baby steps.
Yeah, it's absolutely baby steps. And it goes from, like, the person you're closest to the second person you're closest to.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? Until you're integrating your family members into this. And then eventually, like, yeah, for sure, as you were saying, like, you need to come out constantly every single day to all these brand new people. But
it gets so much easier.
It becomes a thing where it's like, you don't feel shameful to say, like, oh, I'm gay, or like, I'm lesbian, or I'm bi, or whatever.
Yeah.
And obviously we can only speak from sexuality. Like, we can't speak about, like, coming out as, like, trans, because that is a whole other ballpark that is so fucking difficult to deal with.
But I will say, when I was figuring out my sexuality, that did go through my head. I was like,
You were trans.
do I want to be a boy? Yeah. Because, again, like, I grew up, all my friends were boys. I looked up to my older brother, like, so much. John was, like, genuinely my hero at one point. Like, absolutely. Always wanted to play football and stuff. Like, I was definitely a little tomboy.
Yeah.
And then because I fancied girls, I was like, but is it just I fancy girls, or do I want to be their boyfriend? You know what I mean? Like, do I want to be the boy?
Well, you were playing mums and dads, and you were the dad.
Playing mums and dads, and I was the dad. And I genuinely struggled with it for like a long time. Again, when I was like 14, 15 years old, like, that's insane to put on someone. See, especially with all like the school changes and everything that's happened then, like, you're picking subjects and all that stuff, and it's like, whoa, like
setting the rest of your life up, like, shit gets serious.
School is so daunting. Like, and see, once you leave it, you're like, that literally none of that even matters. Like,
not for real.
Picking my subjects when I was 14 years old, done what? Like, none.
No, literally, because that's something else as well. I think I said that in the last episode, but I was saying, like, I didn't do music at school or anything, but yeah, I'm literally going to university for music.
It's never too late.
I literally did not need to do school at all. Like, I did, obviously, and it was an experience for sure, but like, I didn't even end up using the main subjects in school that I picked.
So dealing with all that and then dealing with your sexuality is insane. And yeah, I definitely questioned if I was a boy or not. Like, I thought about cutting my hair short. Like, I looked at, this is why I know so much about like hormones and stuff, because I look into what taking tea does to you. Like,
stay tuned for the next episode.
Stay tuned, we're gonna get into that. But yeah, like, definitely, and that's okay. That's okay, because obviously I did then realise I just like women. I like who I am. I like being Becca. Don't want to change it. As much as being a woman can be annoying, with, again, the hormones and just having to wear certain things and stuff. Like, back then when I was younger, I'd be forced to wear dresses, skirts, like,
just the shit that you don't like to wear.
Tops, and I just felt so uncomfortable in them. I was like, I feel like I've got quite a masculine build, but I kind of like that. Like, I go to the gym, like, I work on my arms, work on my back, and that makes me feel good. So, like, being put in that situation where it was like, you have to wear this, I was like, no, I don't. And I think that led to me thinking that I wanted to be a boy, but I didn't. Like, I'm so happy being a woman and getting to wear masculine clothes.
Yeah. So I think, like, the best way that I can actually bring that off is, like, yeah, for sure, like what we said, like those baby steps and like the steps we get, but also at the same time, like, there's no linear way to do it. There's no one way to do it. Like, me and you, our stories are completely different. And if we brought another gay person onto this, their story would be completely different as well. At the end of the day, like, you are completely right in your own story, like, not to be so inspirational, but you are. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, coming out is probably the scariest thing you're ever going to do in your life.
It's also so beautiful though, like,
exactly. It's something you're going to look back on, and it's a story you're going to be able to share. Yeah,
I'm so grateful that I am gay. I'm so grateful to be part of that community.
No, me too.
It's a wonderful community to be part of, and like, I've met so many amazing people through that. You know what I mean? Like, I've met so many people online that not the whole battery.
Literally.
Not again.
This is our sign to cut this off, by the way.
Anyway, I met so many people online that I would not have met if I wasn't.
Me too.
So, some
not gay, but some of them I should not have met.
Real, me too.
But yeah. Anyway, I think we'll just end this here before my laptop does die, because we don't want a repeat of last week. Yeah. I'm so embarrassed about that. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. And I mean, it's right now definitely just people we know that are listening, but you know, see, when we are famous, I hope that this episode has genuinely helped somebody.
Yeah, I hope people actually go back and watch this episode.
And like, this does help somebody.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I had this when I was younger, this would have helped me.
Real. I agree.
That has touched my heart. So yeah, we love you, and we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Not us eating that.